Seahawks ended up beating the Rams 31-27. Seahawks and the Rams looked fantastic on offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, they had a couple good stands, but obviously they're letting a lot of points up. Seahawks, though, that's what I wanted to get into. The offensive play calls and the amount of times that JSN made a play was ridiculous. But it also looked like they could do anything because they were also running the ball very, very, very well against the Rams. And the Rams have a nice defensive front. And it looked like they were anywhere near Sam Darnold when they needed to be. It was just virtually irrelevant was their pass rush. Virtually irrelevant was their run defense. It was just crazy how they neutralized literally the best parts of their defense and were able to capitalize on that. The RB scissor route where they put JSN in the backfield, that's one of the most creative plays I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, how are you sitting there watching that as a linebacker and you just don't think to take JSN on a route?
Yeah, you would think, right?
And it's because they like preach, I guess, in defense, like, dude, don't leave your zone. Dude, fuck that zone.
Yeah,
I know.
That's how I feel.
Running,
it's like
dude,
when you see their best offensive player, first of all, lined up in the backfield, like the first thing that should go through your head is like, okay, like he's probably gonna get the ball here. Like they're probably setting him up for something. So yeah, like fuck the zone, go and get a wide open JSN in the flat. Like that's a reactionary thing that you kind of just have to do in the moment. But I understand, like, easier said than done. I'm not an NFL linebacker, so.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy.
Know, but.
And, like, when I'm talking about, like, their rush game and stuff like that, like, I know the numbers aren't popping out, but they're at the end, like, where they needed to stop the most. Kenneth Walker was just, I mean, and obviously I'm not going to sit here and dude, JSN was fucking doing everything and anything that he wanted to. So, like, I'm just giving, like, it looked like Kenneth was just, like, on that last drive, like, where they needed to stop. Kenneth was getting his yards, JSN was doing his thing, and Sam Darnold looked comfortable. And that's the crazy part. Like, everybody was always, like, hating on Sam Darnold, and Maya's one of those people. But, like, going based off of Sam Darnold's past, like, there's been questionable moments in his career.
I'm not wrong for believing that.
I mean, I think Clinton Kubiak made a lot of things easy for Sam Darnold this game. I think it was a perfect game plan, up and down. I mean, he didn't really have to do a lot, pretty much.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things were set up for him to be successful. And that's not take away anything. I think he's been really good this year. He's been fucking great. He's about to go to the Super Bowl. That's what I'll say. Like, he doesn't have to do a lot in this offense. So it's a very friendly offense for him to run.
What's a lot? Because I mean, 25 for 36, 346 yards and 3 touchdowns.
But how much are those deep airing it out? I feel like a lot of them are very open players.
And I don't know about, like, technically, like, this last game that I can't, like,
I'm just talking about this last game. That's why I said he looked really good in it.
I mean, JSN was just getting open.
That's what I'm saying. Like that scissors route you're talking about, JSN was wide open.
Yeah, it seemed like he was open a lot, dude, that game, JSN.
Yeah, like there was a lot of times where he was wide open.
Every time he got the ball, I'm like, dude, there's, like, no one around him, bro. He's just routing everyone, dude.
And that's what we were talking about. Emmanuel Forbes was their number one corner. He wasn't even playing.
Yeah, he was on special teams.
He was on special teams and not playing, and like that was the most open JSN's probably ever been all year, like all season. Yeah. So like I don't know what their game plan was. I don't know if they've seen like a lot of film where Emmanuel Forbes just gets routed up by JSN.
They don't have any corners.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen a mock draft where every round they're drafting a corner.
Yeah. And that's like probably what it's going to be because I mean that pass defense was atrocious. Like there's just nobody. Like Shaheed was getting active. Like Bobo had third catch of his entire year was a wide open touchdown pass. Like it's just it's crazy.
The Rams defense really fell off a cliff. I mean, coming into this year, we thought the pass rush would be a lot better than it was. I mean, Jared Verse really hasn't been that. Like we thought he was gonna take another step. He really hasn't.
He really hasn't.
He's been the same pretty much. It's been a pressure guy. He hasn't been getting to the quarterback. In this game, he was pretty much a non-factor.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't see him a lot. So I thought the Rams were gonna win. So obviously I was like, I kind of was rooting for the Rams. I was like this team's been probably the best team all season, even though they weren't the first seed. But on paper, they're the best team because you have Devontae Adams, and he didn't play, so that kind of factored the record. But this team on paper should be better than the Seahawks, and it just didn't look like it.
Yeah, it didn't like at all. And that's what they had a chance to technically take the lead at the end. And the Seahawks defense stepped up in big time in a big time situation and locked up everybody to the point where Matthew Stafford just had to throw it up. And it was probably going to be an INT more than it was ever going to be a catch. Yeah. And then, like I said, for the Seahawks offense to just go down and dink and dunk and get the first downs, it shows that they're mature and ready to win the Super Bowl. And like we were saying earlier, I just don't see a world where the Patriots beat them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's going to be very difficult.
I can't see it. I don't. Yeah, I can't see the Patriots winning that game.
Like, it has not been exceptional in any way on the Patriots side of the ball, and it's been nothing but exceptional on the Seahawks side.
Especially if Darnold plays like this, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
and that's what impressed me the most. Like, Sam Darnold, like, he didn't turn the ball over. Like, obviously, the reason why I have that opinion on Sam Darnold, especially going into the playoffs, is not because, bro, like, I like Sam Darnold, bro. It's just, you know, he had to prove it to me. So, like, you know, I'm going to give Sam Darnold his flowers because he just played the best game of his career.
Yeah.
And took his team to the Super Bowl. And that's the thing. He did what he had to do to win that game. He didn't lose the game for them.
Yeah.
He didn't turn the ball over. He threw for 346 yards and 3 touchdowns, bro. Like, that's the thing. Sometimes when you're put in a good situation to go out and win a game, you have to go out and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're so used to Sam Darnold sometimes losing those games when he's put in a crunch time moment where he needs to go and make a throw, and he needs to protect the ball. See, sometimes he doesn't do it. Sometimes he'll throw the ball downfield, he'll force a throw, he'll make a bad turnover in a key moment, and he didn't do it this game. And there were 2 situations in this game where you could have said that the Rams sold the game where they could have won, and then the Seahawks tried to. Well, Tariq Woolen tried to, at least. But, like, that muff punt, I mean, that was big. Like, if he doesn't muff that punt, the Rams get the ball back there. I mean, who knows? They could score on that drive. But that was a huge momentum swing.
Yeah, because the Seahawks scored.
Yeah, the Seahawks scored, and then obviously,
play.
like literally on one play. So, like that pretty much gave the Seahawks another opportunity to score. They did it. They capitalized on it. So that was a big turnover in that game. The Rams, that could have been a difference. And then obviously the Rams get the ball. Tariq Woolen had the stupid unsportsmanlike conduct where he was taunting, and then they ended up scoring.
Yeah.
Like,
on him the next play.
If you don't do that, like, the Seahawks get the ball back, and then they probably go up more, and they probably don't have a chance. But you give Matthew Stafford in that offense in that moment another chance to try to score, and then you get burnt, and then Puka scores, and now it's like, okay, shit, now our offense now is a little bit more in a crunch time situation because of what I did. Like, if they would have lost that game because of that, oh, my gosh, Tariq Woolen, it would have been a long night for you, bud. Like, that was the first thing I thought, too. I was like, dude, if they lose this game, bro, they're going to be on his neck, bro.
Dude, Tariq Woolen, too. I got on Instagram.
But thank you for winning my bet, though.
The next day I woke up, like, super early. I don't know why. Just, like, my body woke me up super early, and I got on at, like, 5:30. And Tariq Woolen at, like, 3 a.m. commented under a thing on, like, ESPN where they was, like, showing that he, like, messed up and, like, was doing all that. And he went under, he's like, but who's in Cancun now? And there was only 3 comments, and I wanted to comment and be like, bro, you have no room to talk right now. You were almost the sole reason on why they lost
buddy,
that game.
you would have been the only one in Cancun.
That's what I'm saying,
like,
bro.
honestly, they should ship you to Cancun while your team plays in the Super Bowl because of that shit.
And it's not like they had a great game, like, defensively, bro. Like, Devontae Adams and Puka were tearing them up.
Yeah. And that's the
like,
thing.
Puka
like,
technically had a better game than JSN.
that's the thing. Like, JSN obviously got a lot of the love because they also ended up winning the game. But, like, Puka also did his thing. Like, JSN and Puka both just had a field day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
They look like the 2 best receivers in football.
like, both offenses like couldn't be stopped. And
Yeah,
that's
it was
also
crazy.
why I was impressed about the Rams, too, because, like, the Rams offense, they were trying to do everything they could to win that game because, obviously, you wasn't going to trust the Rams defense in that situation. Plus, the Rams defense hasn't been good in the playoffs.
I mean, but
I feel like it basically would have came down to what offense had the ball last.
The thing is, though, you're guarding Puka and Devontae Adams. Like, that's a generational wide receiver duo.
Right.
They're going to put up stats against anybody.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
And they
like,
have a good secondary, though, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I look good. That's why I'm high on the Seahawks defense because when it came down to it, they were able to lock that up. That's
also why, like, you now, I mean, obviously JSN's got to be in that conversation now, but that's also why, like, Puka, like, that's why he, I think, is stamped, as a top 5 receiver. Because Puka, like, he shows up even in big games, even against good defenses.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good secondary right there, and he still did his thing. He still got over 100 yards receiving.
Bro, he's trying his damnness at the end, too, to even give him a shot at
I know, he was trying.
Dude, he was this close from giving him a shot at the Hail Mary right there.
I know.
Yeah, if you don't have Puka in your top 5, then you haven't watched football this year.